Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh to my Muslim brothers and hi to my non-Muslim brothers in martial arts. There's a quick little message. One of my students asked me and friends asked me about, can you learn Wing Chun on the video, in a book, from a book, and what's the best way to learn Wing Chun? Well, the best way to learn Wing Chun from a teacher. Yes, a teacher who understands his Wing Chun or his martial arts very well, and he can apply his martial arts very well. Sometimes people learn from a book, and you ain't going to get all the details from the book. The details don't tell you how much energy is coming at you, and it might not tell you from A, B, and C, from movements. It might have something cut because it costs money to do everything on the book, so therefore you might miss something. So in a book, you won't get the beginning, the middle, and the end. You always get something at the end, or the beginning, or the middle. So it's very hard to learn from a book, yes. And then also from a book, you can't get the feeling. From video, you can learn some stuff from video. If you've got good experience on one-on-one or touching hands with someone in the past, and then you can understand what you see on the video. But you never touched hands before, and you start to learn from a video, you won't get the experience. It's very hard to learn, So I advise many people just go and find a teacher and learn from him or from her, whoever is teaching. That's the best way. And even finding the right teacher is very hard. Not every teacher can practice or do the style they do with their practice very well. Some can perform as demonstration. Some can talk about it, the Wing Chun, or any art form, but they can't apply it in any given situation. So straight away, always advised by anybody, people who learn Wing Chun from me or from someone, I tell them go shopping, go and look around, see what you're looking for. People do Wing Chun for health reasons, to make their, keep fit, to get stamina, to have, like Tai Chi for health, or you go get Tai Chi combat, many things. But you still need a teacher. In fact, in life, anything you do in life, you need a teacher. Even your parents are teachers. They can be good teachers or bad teachers, but they are teachers. Yeah. So when you learn something at first, you do need a teacher to learn anything in life, and and that's from beginning from time. Anything you learn from beginning of time, you have to go to a scholar or a teacher or someone of knowledge who knows something. So therefore, you can learn from them. Even when you go to university, you're still going to a teacher. If you go to college, you still go to a teacher. If you learn an apprentice, you're still going to a teacher. Same with martial arts, but the most important thing to find the right teacher. Every teachers are different. Some teacher might be very harsh in their teaching. Some teacher might be very passive in their teaching. It depends what you're looking for. But the most important thing about teaching is the information and the knowledge. Make sure it's the right knowledge. Anybody can learn from somebody and it's completely wrong knowledge, and they'll go on the wrong path. And if you learn the right knowledge, make sure you understand what you're learning, to put it into practice. It's very, very important. If you don't understand what you're really doing in martial arts or in Wing Chun, you won't even use it, because the brain will say, I don't understand what I'm doing. I will freeze and I throw it away. And if it doesn't work, you must ask yourself why it doesn't work. And if it does work, also ask yourself why it does work. That's also part of learning. Okay, so you must learn how to learn, and then when you learn how to teach. So when you're learning, you can't learn and teach at the same time. You learn first and understand it, implement it in any given situation, and then you learn how to teach. It's completely different. Not everybody can teach, and not everybody knows how to learn. So the very important thing with me when I teach people their character, make sure the character is really, really good, and then we can start to learn. If you don't want to listen and don't want to learn, it's pointless me teaching you, because you don't want to listen and learn. And if I don't know nothing, and you try and learn from me, and I don't know nothing, you leave me and go with someone else who knows something. You see, everybody is trying to find knowledge and trying to find the right knowledge in what they learn. So teaching is very hard. Know how to teach is very hard. It's not easy. Okay, you got to know the person's character. You got to know his background, where he's coming from. Is he passive? Is he aggressive? If he's got mental issues, lots of things before you teach anybody. You got to know about these things. So, learning martial arts, the way I teach is cover everything. That's why we say Sifu It's like a teacher, like a father figure, and he will teach you everything that he knows and pass it on to you. And later on, you pass it on to your students. You become a teacher. So the teacher's good and knows how to practice very well, and he gets a good student, and his students practice very well, and he will have students, and after students, and that's when you find the levels of the martial arts going up or down. If it's poor level, and you teach someone with poor level, you get poor level. If you teach someone with high level and he pass it on high level, it stays high level. But if he change and learn from a very long time a high level and don't want to teach you at all, and then you're stuck again because he's not teaching you the right way. He's holding back and not giving you many techniques that you should use or you should have so you can use it in a given situation. So you might have a problem there again. That's why I said the way I teach by character and make sure your personality is really good. A teacher is looking for a good student, and a student is looking for a good teacher. It's very, very important. Don't just think, oh, you go to a school and you're going to learn. The teacher is going to assess you to see if you're going to teach you or not. Okay, it takes time to learn any martial arts. Any style. Where I teach, it takes a bit of time to learn what you need to get into your system, get into your mind, and then you've got to be tested. The teacher will test you to make sure you can do it. You see, even the teacher, when you go to learn something, he will test you. Even go to college or university, you have an exam at the end. You'll be tested. So in life, we get tested by everything, what we do and what we learn. So if you've got poor character and you go out to meet other people, they won't even sit with you, they won't even speak with you, they won't even learn from you because your character is very, very terrible. But if you've got a nice open character and you're fair and just, people will stay close to you and will learn. And that's very important, okay? But like I said, learning from a book is very hard, and learning on a video can be extremely hard too, unless you've got experience in martial arts before, and you can calculate what the person is doing on the video, and then you can take what you can take and you can put it to use to your advantage if you have got some good deep understanding of what you have learned in the past. So that's a short message to let people know that when you go to learn something, you have to be willing to learn, listen, understand, correspond with the teacher, and even not too sure about something, always ask your teacher. He may know, not know. Okay, but if he told you no need to know, no, that is wrong. It's a question. You ask because you're not too sure about something. That's why you go to a teacher to learn. If you're not too sure about something, teacher should tell you, and teacher doesn't know, he should also tell you, I don't know about this technique or this how to do that. And then you'll see that the person, it might be limited on what he can do and what he understands. But really, when you've been learning for a very, very long time, 10 years, 15 years, you should cover many aspects in fighting and know how to do many, many things. If you haven't, it could be a bit of a problem. And then if someone tests you, you might be into trouble when you're practicing, okay? But most important thing, you have to decide how you want to learn, who you want to learn from, how long it might take you. Some people think they're going to learn martial arts, it takes them 6 months, and it'll be sufficient. Some people say 1 week, some people say 2 years, some people say 10 years. In fact, martial art is a way of life. I've been doing Wing Chun for over 40 years, and I'm still doing it, still practicing, still understanding it, and it's always learning, see? Even myself, still learning. Even if someone does something wrong, I'm learning how to put it right for him. That's another thing, you see? So if he does it right, I'm learning or teaching him how to understand what he's doing, that he's doing it right. Okay, so it's the same thing in every structure in life, knowing how to learn. Okay, it's very hard. Okay, but a teacher is completely different to someone who's learning. So you cannot try to learn and teach at the same time. Try to learn first, understand what you're doing, implement it, and then later on you can teach. Okay, this is very, very important. So for all my students, when you're learning, try to learn. Don't try to get into teaching too much. Try to learn, understand what you're doing, and then start to practice. When you've done many years, even 10 years, you should be sufficient enough, and you might start to learn, understand yourself, what you're doing, and see things completely different. Okay? Every fight you may fight with different people, it might be different. That's also part of learning. Okay? If you win, you're going to learn how you won. If you lose, you're going to learn how you lost. That's also part of learning. Yes, that's learning, but teaching is a different level. You better know your stuff very well if you're going to teach, because you teach everybody wrong, and later on they can come and blame you. What you show them was wrong, and they can be upset with you. So you have to understand, give them understanding when you're teaching someone something that if they can do it and they can understand it, it's good. If they can do it and don't understand it, they might still be okay. But it's best thing to understand it, what you're doing. It's very important. Your Wing Chun or your martial art will be stronger when you understand something, what you're doing. Okay, this is very, very important. This is like a short message. I hope everybody can benefit from this little talk I'm talking about. You know, how to learn or how to be a teacher, how to pass the information to people the right way. Because everyone's looking for information, but if you get one thing, there is right information and there's wrong information. Okay, you have to find for yourself what is right and do a shopping, do your research, and then you take it from there. You know, I can't tell you where to go, what teaches the best, who knows what. You have to find for yourself. Even myself, people research me. My Wing Chun work is authentic Wing Chun, it's a mixed Wing Chun. They will do that on research through me also. It's no problem at all, you know. But it's very important if you want to teach, know yourself very well, and you know how to teach. Okay, this is very important. So thanks again for listening. Just a short message. I hope everybody can benefit from this little small chat, and that's it really. So Sifu Usamah, thanks again for watching. Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, and bye to my all non-Muslim Wing Chun people or martial art people, and I hope you can benefit from this little talk. Okay, bye.